We went to the concert to listen to live music. Where did you meet with your best friend? They asked. The concert will start in an hour. Why didn't you attend the meeting? Asked. They rarely eat spicy food. The dog wags its tail. They are laughing at a joke. I'll text you when I arrive. Although it was a difficult decision, she chose to end the relationship. I can't watch horror movies. They scare me. He wants to learn to play the piano. You always make me laugh. He should have studied harder for the exam. By the end of the day, they will have solved the puzzle. I wish they could attend the conference. Do you do any sports? The teacher was teaching the students the lesson. You should turn off the lights when you leave the room. He enjoys watching movies at home. She baked cookies for her friends. I am planning to visit my friends next weekend. He will graduate from college next month. Better start eating healthier. By the end of this term, he will have graduated from university. Can I ask you a question? The window was accidentally left open. I got a gift from my friend. We went to Paris last summer. Does he have a cat? We love to travel to different countries. I need to find a new job. They asked for help and as a result they successfully completed the project. John and Mary got married last month. They are going on vacation during the summer vacation. If I won the lottery, I would quit my job. They look alike. We understand the importance of education. They had been working overtime for weeks to meet the deadline. After breakfast we went for a walk. They want to learn to speak Spanish. We should have saved more money for the holidays. Does he watch football on TV? I'm folding laundry. This shirt is cheaper than the other one. The chef is cooking a delicious meal. I write poetry. He watched that show many times. He was supposed to attend the meeting this morning. They seem lost. A parking ticket was issued for an illegally parked vehicle. He usually goes for a run in the evening. I wish I hadn't sold his old car. Although it was a difficult task, we managed to complete it. We have already booked our tickets. I didn't see the winner happen, he said. The museum is closed on Mondays. Although it is a small step, it is still a step in the right direction. Have you ever tried surfing? The company had been in financial difficulties for months before declaring bankruptcy. Next year he will have started his own business. The meeting is scheduled for tomorrow. I have to call the doctor to set up an appointment. They do not play musical instruments. I enjoyed reading an article about famous artists. If I won the lottery, I would buy a big house. Feeling cold, he put on a warm jacket. We go to the gym twice a week. He's cooking dinner for his family. The boy who was lost in the park has finally been found. The house was built in 1890. I always check my email in the morning. He needs to apologize for his mistake. He's training for the triathlon. We participated in a language exchange program to practice speaking English. I have to finish reading this book tonight. I learned to knit to make my own sweater. I prefer comedy movies to action movies. He will study engineering at university. We had been hiking in the mountains all day, so we were tired by evening. If it rains tomorrow, we will stay at home. Had they finished cleaning the house before the guests arrived? She opened a YouTube channel to share her workout routines. What did you have for lunch today? They asked. They have to attend the compulsory education session. They had known each other for a long time before they got married. He traveled to many countries in Europe. He should have called to cancel the appointment. The children were playing with their toys in the playroom. I continued to focus on my goals and as a result I achieved them. The food was cooked by a professional chef. They must wear uniforms at work. I read an interesting article about the benefits of mindfulness. We admire his determination. My flat is smaller than yours. He doesn't drink coffee in the evening. I was saving up for a new car. She will learn to swim this summer. She baked cookies for her friends. Have you ever tried skydiving? He didn't sleep all night and was too tired to concentrate on his work as a result. They can be successful entrepreneurs. We were hiking in the mountains and enjoying the scenery. We are excited to embark on a journey. He had his laptop repaired at the repair shop. While the project is ambitious, it is certainly achievable. They spent all their savings on vacation. Despite the traffic, we arrived at the airport early. He has written 5 books so far. We joined a fitness club to stay fit. Although the hike is challenging, the view from the top is breathtaking. Have you finished reading the book? They asked. By the time he finishes his presentation, he will have already started the meeting. Had he known the answer, he would have raised his hand. I prefer tea to coffee. Despite the difficulties, they managed to overcome it together. We moved the furniture to professional movers. He couldn't solve the math problem. I will go to the shop tomorrow. They've been fixing the car for hours. The team trained intensely and as a result, they won the championship. He told me, I'll be there at 5 o'clock. We are having dinner. The dog bred by the owner won the competition. The problem was caused by a software glitch. He arrived in time for the interview. He realizes his mistake. Can I have some more sugar, please? They've been discussing the issue for a while. They have to attend the compulsory education session. He had his computer formatted by a technician. He left the room and slammed the door behind him. He usually takes a shower before going to bed. He has written 5 books so far. The window opened in the breeze. If I had studied harder, I could have passed the exam. We have already booked our tickets. If I had known you were coming, I would have made a cake. He wished he had bought that car while it was still available. Despite the delay, we came to the party with pleasure. The book has been translated into many languages. The smell of brewing coffee woke him up. She cooked a delicious dinner for her friends. I've been reading this book for a while. We went to a concert to support a local band. I want to learn to surf. The government restored the building. They started a recycling program to protect the environment. The party is at a friend's house on New Year's Eve. We forgive and forget. We watched a horror movie in the cinema. He works out in the gym. They were studying for a dance competition. Birds migrate south. The movie tells a true story. The song that the artist sang became a hit. Flowers were planted in the garden. They were cheering for the team they kept in the stadium. The book has been translated into many languages. The car parked outside belongs to my neighbor. We studied for the exam together. We are waiting for the bus to arrive. I work at the computer all day. The document has been saved to the computer. The letter was written in haste. The teacher was teaching the students the lesson. The horse the rider rode won the equestrian competition. While it is time-consuming, cooking from scratch is healthier. I've already watched that movie twice, he said. We should always help those in need, even when it is inconvenient. We go swimming in the summer. The car parked in the handicapped spot was fined. The report has been compiled from various sources. What did you study at university? They asked. Despite limited resources, they have produced a beautiful piece of art. He enjoys reading books in his spare time. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to come to your wedding, she said. They trust each other. They will be renovating their kitchen next month. It's getting late. He had his car washed at the gas station. I do not drink alcohol. The article discusses the benefits of exercise for mental well-being. If I were a teacher, I would inspire my students to love learning. He's studying for the science exam. He likes to read before bed. We had known each other for years before we started dating. The team led by their captain won the championship. They are playing football. They do not like spicy food. If I had more time, I would learn to play the guitar. The teacher writes on the whiteboard. I worked hard on the project and got compliments from my boss as a result. They had been traveling Europe for months before deciding to settle in Spain. He's training for the marathon race. The magazine features articles on fashion and beauty. I'm meeting my friends for dinner. We watched a gripping thriller. I wish I had taken a different route, I wouldn't have been stuck in traffic. The team is working hard for the championship. They traveled to many countries. The manager invited the employees to a workshop. They celebrated their anniversary yesterday. They went to the beach on Saturday. The event will take place next week. They will travel to Asia for their holidays. He didn't listen to the instructions, so he made a mistake. I'm listening to music. I had my car washed at the car wash. They built a sand castle on the beach. You have to be patient while learning a new skill. She couldn't find her wallet in her purse. I am thinking of starting a new diet. When they finish their meal, we serve the dessert. He may need to reschedule the meeting. While it is time-consuming, cooking from scratch is healthier. He hopes to find a job in a big city. They bought new clothes yesterday. The journal includes articles on healthy living and fitness. If you had called a plumber, the pipe wouldn't have burst. We went swimming in the lake. After he finished his homework, he went out to play. He wishes he could go back to university and pursue a different major. You never listen to me. My friend told me, I'm thinking of getting a pet. We have lived in this city for 5 years. He will have bought a new car next month. Birds are chirping outside. Have you ever tried rock climbing? He planted flowers in the garden. He wakes up at 6 in the morning. I wish I could play the violin. I diligently tried to play the guitar, and as a result, I improved my skills. Baby crawled for the first time. We are excited to open a new page in our lives. The house was decorated for the party. They enjoy playing video games. The child who disappeared in the shopping mall reunited with his parents. I look like my mom. The meal was enjoyed by everyone at the party. He practiced playing the guitar to perform at an open mic night. If we have time, we can go for a walk. She works on a fashion design project. The article explores the effects of social media on young people. It's raining a lot today. He started a business to be his own boss. I often visit my elders. They took a painting class to explore their artistic side. The company he founded is now a global company. The train will depart at 9 o'clock this evening. You'd better take an umbrella. It looks like rain. He can go on vacation next week. He could have helped you with your homework. He doesn't eat sugar. I need to pack my suitcase for the trip. He should have already registered for the course. The computer is working perfectly. I'm sorry, but I won't be able to come to your wedding, she said. He didn't take the shortcut, so he came late. I have a job interview tomorrow. The party is on the first day of spring. We'd rather eat out than cook tonight. The student selected for the scholarship was ecstatic. I wrote a detailed report and got promoted as a result. He wrote an article about the advantages of renewable energy sources. I wish I hadn't eaten so much for dinner. He'll be cooking dinner when he arrives. I wish I hadn't eaten so much cake. He played the violin in the orchestra performance. He was playing the piano for his recital. The house was decorated for the party. He loves to play basketball on weekends. The musicians will rehearse for the concert. It's getting dark outside. They went to the beach on Saturday. They had been waiting in the ticket queue since the early hours of the morning. But the concert tickets were sold out. If we had brought our cameras, we could have taken some great pictures. I will attend a conference on entrepreneurship. He wakes up at sunrise. They will practice their dance routine all day. We're going for a walk. Despite the noise, he managed to concentrate on his work. He upgraded his laptop with more RAM. The baby sleeps in the crib. They had their lawn cut by a landscape architect. We have dinner at 7 p.m. I love chocolate. The coffee in this cafe is stronger than in the other place. I can't go to the cinema tonight. I have to work. The mistake was admitted by himself. He plays video games all morning. I can't lend you my car. It's being repaired. He is giving a presentation. If I had a superpower, I would choose to teleport. I will go to the shop tomorrow. We always celebrate birthdays with cake. The baby cried all night because he was teething. The event will take place next week. Were you running late until you realized your car had a flat tire? Don't forget to turn off the lights before you go, my mom told me. He said to his friend, I will study abroad next semester. He likes to swim in the ocean. He needs to fix the flat tire. They visited the Eiffel Tower in Paris. He should have taken a taxi instead of walking. She wants to learn to speak Spanish. Concert tickets are sold out. The sun rises early in the morning. Have you ever tried sushi before going to a Japanese restaurant? I don't drink coffee in the morning. At the end of the day, they will have finished their homework. They want to start their own business. The sun was shining all morning, but then dark clouds appeared in the sky. I'm thinking of learning to dance. It happens in May. We should have saved more money for the holidays. He fixed the car all day yesterday. The car was driven at high speed. He wrote an opinion piece on the impact of social media on relationships. My teacher told me, you should study grammar. You should take the dog for a walk every day. I'll call you as soon as I get home. Did you live in London before moving to Paris? My family visits us every summer. He's been drawing the picture for several hours. He wished he had spent more time with his grandparents. I've been playing the piano for hours, so I was able to perform the piece without errors. He's been working on his art project all week. You never skip breakfast. He has to pick up his car for an oil change. You have to turn in your research paper by Friday, the professor said. Was she studying for a test before she got distracted by a phone call? He likes to go jogging in the morning. The woman seen talking to the police is the witness. He enjoys reading books in his spare time. She wants to be a famous singer. He needs to buy a new phone. She will buy a new dress for the party. Before using the device, you should read the instructions. You have to be careful when crossing the street. We prefer watching movies at home rather than going to the cinema. We plan to go shopping later today. His handwriting is smoother than mine. I wish I had a bigger kitchen so I could try cooking. We went to a concert to support a local band. Workers were repairing the old building. Thank you for feedback. I will attend a conference on entrepreneurship. He ignored the warning signs and was injured as a result. I don't watch horror movies. The store closes at 9 p.m. He wishes to have known about the cancellation before arriving at the airport. The article explores the link between diet and mental health. The document has been saved to the computer. The sun set behind the mountains. Despite the criticism, she continued to follow her dreams. He's making his dreams come true. He often goes to the gym. I exercise in the evening. He watched that show many times. Flowers were planted in the garden. He will retire when he turns 70. We had the plumber fix the leaky faucet. He couldn't catch the bus on time. He will have bought a new car next month. Although I was tired, I stayed up late to finish the book. The train leaves in 10 minutes. Does he have a cat? We usually go swimming in the summer. I need to buy food weekly. If we had the ingredients, we could have made a cake. He was born in the 1980s. We were going to a concert in the music hall. There is homework tomorrow, said the teacher. She had already bought a new dress for the party. We often go camping in the summer. He couldn't find his keys anywhere. The company is implementing new policies. He should have taken the bus instead of walking. I believe that kindness is more important than intelligence. He is playing with a toy. He couldn't find his favorite book in the bookstore. We met at night. We watched an exciting football match. We'd better call a taxi or we'll be late. The company is implementing new policies. He had lived in London for 5 years before moving to New York. Despite the noise, he managed to focus on his work. We'll buy a new laptop. If you had listened to me, you wouldn't be in this situation. He invested in real estate and made a profit as a result. The team worked hard all season and was determined to win the championship. The train does not stop at this station. The train leaves at 1800. I wish we had known about the incident beforehand. The message was received loud and clear. They have been renovating the kitchen for a month. He left the room and slammed the door behind him. He had his bike repaired at the cyclist. If we had the ingredients, we could have made a cake. He may forget his keys again.